finally people around the world is going to watch what you've been working on. So how excited are you right now?
Very excited. That's the only way to put it. I mean, it's been so secretive, as you know. There've been a lot of, we've been very well behaved as a cast and as a company. We've been biting our tongue. We haven't been speaking when we shouldn't have been. So we are very excited to release it and to see how people love it. And I'm sure I hope they will.
So could you introduce your character to our viewer and what do you like about him?
So my character is called Celebrimbor, and he is the grandson of Feanor, who is a notorious character in Tolkien's history, as is his son Curufin, who is my father. He is also notorious. Celebrimbor's ancestors aren't a great crowd. He is a very famous jewelsmith. He is the lord of Eregion, which is an elven kingdom, which is very close by to Khazad-dûm, which is where the dwarves are, which then becomes Moria. And we find him at a time when he is starting to cultivate the relationship between the elves and the dwarves to turn Eregion into a place of creative excellence and brilliance. Because the elves, Tolkien tells us when he introduces Eregion, that the elves are not at peace in their hearts because they yearn for Valinor. And so Celebrimbor is trying to create something of that in Middle-earth. And he is a person in pursuit of creative excellence. And he has reached a point in his creative career where he's at a crossroads and could go either way.
What is the challenge transforming yourself to the elves? Elves are supposed to look perfect and you look gorgeous, but what was the challenges?
That's very kind of you. The challenge for me is to keep still. I'm a great fidgeter. And always the movement lady was saying, Charles, can you just be still? Please be still. But then I would say, well, no, he's his mind is busy. He's a creator. He's always on the move. So it's a bit of both. We made a compromise in the end. Other than that, the challenges were clarity of thought and being ready to accommodate these elves. They're very smart. They think in very long sentences, a bit like Shakespeare. Shakespeare thinks in very long sentences, and so do elves. And it's keeping that clarity of thought.
Why do you think the Lord of the Rings series has this popularity? There are diehard fans all over the world. Yeah. What's the secret?
I think the secret is, well, if you encounter it when you're 9 years old, as I did, it holds an indelible, it makes an indelible mark on your as you're developing into a young person, because it's an escape, and fantasy is escape, and Tolkien was a great supporter of that. He said people are very snobbish about escapism, but believe me, having been through the First World War, there is nothing wrong with trying to escape. And I think it's the depth of his creations, the depth to which he goes to create a whole other world, which, i.e., there's a reference for everything. It's almost biblical. It's an entire universe that he has created. But at the same time, within that huge epic sweep, he concentrates also very much of the conditions we find in existence, purely the human condition, if you wish. He touches on the very small things that go on in our hearts, and that's, I think, why he catches all his audiences, because he is epic, but he's also very minimal and very moving.
I can't wait to see the rest of the episode.
I look forward to hearing what you think of it.